Hi folks, welcome to another video. This time I'm going to go over the 5 reasons, I think there's 5, there may only be 4, the 5 reasons why I bought the WRX over the STI. First of all, it's a beautiful day today, 86 degrees and a bit muggy, but perfect for a nice drive in the country. Anyway, back to what you came here for. Alright, the first reason, price. The WRX base model I think is around about 26, 27, where the STI is 37, so there's like $10,000 difference. It's, sorry, I had to do a downshift. Heel toe downshift. I still got to think about it, but yeah, that's a big price difference. And you know, so price wasn't everything when I chose the car, although I still had a budget. You know, I'm not rich. We do make ends meet, but that's just like most other families, we live to our means. So yeah, I couldn't justify the 37,000 for a base model STI, although I did sit in one and was very tempted to buy one. And it wasn't a quick decision like that. It wasn't, oh, look at the money. I've always wanted an STI, and I kept going back and forth. Do I get the WRX? Will I be happy with it? You know, will I wish that I got the STI? Well, right now I'm glad where I'm at. So I'd still love to test drive the STI just to see what it's like, but no, I don't regret buying this. But I ended up getting the limited trim with the nav upgrade and STI shifter, a couple of other little bits, all weather, boot liner, that's for the English, trunk liner for you Americans. It's a boot and a bonnet, not a trunk and a hood, and this is a footwell, not floorboards. Anyway, there's the English lesson over. So in the end, the sticker price for this car was 35 grand, so it's only $2,000 off the STI, but the STI was just a base model. You know, there was no bells and whistles on it, but you do get to have a few goodies in the STI which the WRX doesn't, but it doesn't come with this much, what I would call this much luxury in it. And also I got $2,000 off sticker, so I actually paid $33 for it in the end. That's the number 1 reason. Number 2 reason was insurance. With the STI, the insurance is more expensive. I think when I priced up online, it's $400 or $500 more a year. Which, when you break that down, it wasn't a deal breaker. It might have been for my wife. If I'd have told her it was extra $500 a year, she wouldn't have liked that very much. But especially seeing she would have never drove it. But yeah, that's definitely a factor in there. One of the other biggest, apart from the price, and this may even be a bigger one than the price, which made me go with the WRX, was the brand new engine. WRX got a FA20 motor in it, the one from the BRZ, except it's got a turbo on it. It got that on it in 2015. I've got a 2016 model, same engine, and I kind of thought the EJ motor is getting a little long in the tooth, and it's just one of those things that they're kind of a phrase in England, flogging a dead horse. It's the same. They're just selling the same old thing, and polishing a turd, I guess, is what it is. Except the STI isn't a turd, but sprinkling more glitter on it. They changed the interior, changed the exterior, but the powertrain, everything is exactly the same, and I think that really is due a overhaul. I think if it had the FA20 or a newer motor in it, then I think I would have bought it. Something would have, I think I would have just got it. But having an FA20 in the BRZ and knowing how reliable that was kind of a bit of a no-brainer to get it. And you know, it's newer technology. That was not very good heel toe. Still trying to get that and can't quite get it down. I don't know why. It's definitely my foot position. I can swing over and get it, and I kind of miss the pedal. Anyway, I'm missing the point here as well, aren't I? Okay, so that was the price point, insurance, the FA motor. When I was thinking of the FA motor, I was thinking, oh, 2 litre compared to a 2.5, you know, and something just tells you, oh, the 2.5 is bigger and it's got to be more torque and more power, and but still the new engine was enough for me. Okay, it's busy here today. I think I'll just get off at the next exit. Alright, the next point. One is the kind of stereotype that goes with the STI driver. Whenever I see one, I think young 20-year-old in there, ready to race you. It's got the big scoop on the back, big spoiler, and it just well, I guess I called it a scoop. It's not a scoop. It's a big wing, big spoiler. You see it, and it just kind of tells you, I don't know, it just looks too ricey for me. It's I say too, I love the look of it, but I'm 42 years old, and it's just my wife's seen it and she laughed when I showed her in the showroom, and I was like, oh, there's the WRX and this one's the STI, and I love the look of it. And she was like, that looks like a shopping cart. She was like, it looks like a toy. It's not, she said, it's just laughable. And I was like, wow, that's how some people see it. That kind of yeah, that kind of got my attention a little bit. Another big thing, miles per gallon. I do use this car to commute. The BRZ was never a commuter to start off with. It was a fun car. Then I started using it to commute to work, and then I traded that in and got this one, and now this one's my commuter. So yeah, miles per gallon's a big. I commute 30 to 35 miles one way each day, so yeah, it is a big saving on fuel. And I've got as much as 35 miles to the gallon out of this on the commute home. That was when traffic was moving at about 60 miles an hour. I was in 5th gear most of the time and just feathering the throttle, and got 35 miles to the gallon out of it. That was on the Cobb Stage 1 map. I'm now on the MA Performance map. I did mention this in my editing video, which I posted earlier this morning, but MA Performance did get back with me. Well, actually, MA Performance did not get back with me. Their tuner got back with me, who works for another company. But he did get back with me, and he apologized for not getting up with me. And it doesn't sound like anyone had seen the video, so he did genuinely get back with me. And he did say that he was migrating everything to another server. His email got jacked up a little bit, and he was very apologetic. And not just that, he was very knowledgeable and went into every detail. This is a good ramp. Listen to that bubble off the exhaust. But yeah, he was very knowledgeable, and he eased my mind a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but a whole lot. said the normal pull from first, second, third, you know, just my normal driving would always give me a 1.41 knock, and he said it was a phantom knock. He said there was absolutely nothing wrong when he looked at my logs. And then I said to him, I'm running the AC all the time, and he said, well, that's probably what it is, the clutch coming in and out. And I said, that's what I thought it was. So that sorted that one out. And the other one was the third gear pull, which showed like a -8 knock. He said it's probably due to bad gas, or it could be another couple of contributing factors. He said it may have been wheel spin. And it was raining that night that I done it, and it did feel like wheel spin, but it also felt like the engine bogged down a bit, so maybe it was wheel spin. I can't reproduce it, so I just got to tell myself that's what it was. And I normally go to very busy gas stations. Doesn't matter what company it is to me, whether it's you know, Shell, Exxon, BP. I normally go to the major ones. The sheets around here are very good, very busy. There's one right where I work, and for me it seems, you know, the busier it is, the more fuel they get through, the more fuel they have to put in the ground, the fresher the fuel. That's the way I always see it. But I may have got some bad fuel somewhere. But he said rest assured that there was no problems showing on the map, which was good. And then I asked about a couple of other little things just to find out some information about things that I had questions about. And like I said, he was very knowledgeable. I heel-toed properly then without thinking about it. And so yeah, so what I'd done, I took the video down which I'd made in anger, frustration, should I say, more than anger. I'd made it in frustration, and I was just annoyed that, you know, they'd put that out to me, that they would look after me and they would sort the log out and all that. Not that they owed it to me, but I made that video, and it wasn't very nice to them. So I took it down. I got what I wanted at the end of the day. The map is great. It's still on here. I've got 1.41 feedback knock on it right now, which I get as soon as I got the AC on, and I'm not worried about it. I don't get anything else. I don't get no fine-tune learn or anything. I find not learn or any. The DAM is right where it should be on 1. And then, yeah, so the map is great. Alright, let's go back to the car, the miles per gallon. Even with the MA performance map is not as good miles per gallon, it may just be the way I'm driving, or I've just not been able to reproduce that, but I can get 30 to 31 miles per gallon out of it. It normally sits around 28 when I'm commuting, but that's still pretty good for the extra performance I'm getting out of it, and it is a great map. When I go back to the Cobb Stage 1, it just seems sluggish compared to this. This map is great. But anyway, that's not the reason why we started this video. The reason for this video was the 5 things why I bought the WRX, and I think you just heard them all. Couple of things that may have swayed my decision. I still think the STI looks better, even though my wife doesn't like it. She thinks it looks like a shopping cart. I still think it looks better. Maybe it is just that scoop. Maybe I need to go buy the scoop. I call it a scoop, the wing. But oh man, I love that. Let's slow down, this is residential. But yeah, maybe I should just buy the STI wing, stick it on here, and then maybe I'll be happy. But I do, this car is a great commuting car. I spend, you know, every day in it, going to and from work, and I can't think of another car I'd be happier in. Sometimes I wish I hadn't bought manual, I'd maybe gone and got the CVT, because traffic is a bitch sometimes. But then the manual's just so engaging. You've just got to love it. You know, I don't really regret buying manual. The BRZ I had was auto, and that was all that was available at the time, and I test drove it and I was very happy with it. The paddle shifting was very good, so I was like, oh, hell with it, I'll get it. And my wife could drive it as well, whereas she can't drive this one. Might be a good thing, but she just bought a new Subaru. She's got the Crosstrek. Oh, got a little bit of a little bit of a tyre squeal. Not much, but I could just feel them struggling for grip. Yeah, I think I may do another. I know these videos are probably getting a bit long in the tooth now, a little bit boring, same old thing, but I may do another. I've done 6,500 miles in this now, and I've had it, oh god, how long have I had it? Not even 2 months yet. So I may do another review, maybe when I drop the oil out of it. I'm going to drop the oil out at 7,000. Let's let that car go. I'm going to try and drop the oil out maybe about every 4,000, depending on how I drive it. The oil that's in there now was the oil that went up to the mountains with me, so it has had a bit of a caning. So I think it's time to drop it out. And then I'm going to do a review straight after that, I think. And a proper review. Open up all the doors, open the hood, open the trunk, get right in here, go through every single thing that this car has. And yeah, make it a lot more in-depth than my last review. Anyway, back into the subdivision. I think we've covered the major points of why I bought this one, and I am very happy with it. But who knows, maybe next year the STI will come out with a new engine and I may be tempted. But until then, this is the car for me. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, folks, and until next time, you take care.